So you may have been tried different tactics inside your business, but you saw that those tactics aren't really leading you anywhere. So at this point, you're asking yourself, should I continue or should I just jump off? And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly the process you should follow in order to answer those questions. Hey everyone, Matt Giaro here, and I help content creators and knowledge workers identify their passion and build a business around it. So if you're new on this channel, consider subscribing. So it can really be frustrating when you lay out a specific tactic or a specific strategy inside your business and you see that this tactic just don't pay off. Am I talking about? So you may have been launching ads, or you may have been publishing YouTube videos, or publishing blog posts on your blog in order to get some SEO traffic. Anyways, so this is what I call the specific action that you're taking inside your business. But what did trigger that action? This action was triggered because you had a core belief. Okay? And what do I mean by core belief? So basically, your core belief could be that, well, I want to launch some ads in order to test my offer. I want to launch some ads in order to land my first clients. I want to publish videos on YouTube in order to get my first client, or I want to publish YouTube videos in order to get some SEO traffic, and so on and so forth, right? So this is the core belief. But there is something before the core belief, which is basically your goal. And this is why it's so important to understand what exactly your goal is and really reverse engineer that in order to take the right action inside your business. What do I mean by that? For example, if your primary goal, I mean, you can have different goals, right? But let's say if your primary goal is to test your offer, okay, and land your first client. So of course you're going to take different actions, which may be launching ads, creating YouTube videos, and so on and so forth, right? But the thing is, if you have the core belief that you can test your offer quickly, right, doing YouTube videos, well, then this will trigger the behavior and the action of publishing YouTube videos. If you have a core belief that the fastest way in order to get your first client is launching ads, well, then your action is going to be launching ads, okay? So let me just go a little bit deeper into that. Let's say, for example, that your goal is to land your first client as soon as possible, okay? So what you want to do is really getting cash as quickly as possible, okay? So let's assume that your core belief is that you can land your client as soon as possible using YouTube, okay? So your action will be creating YouTube videos, okay? So now let me go a level deeper into that. So here you could have two paths. The first path is that all the action you are taking, okay, there may be a flaw. So there may be an issue. Let's take an example. For example, if you publish YouTube videos, so you have your process of getting an idea, of keyword research, on how to you record basically your video, and how to design your thumbnail, etc., etc. Okay, so there may be a flaw in one of those steps. Okay, so maybe you should go back and reverse engineer a little bit what you're doing. Maybe there is an issue with the keyword research, or maybe there is an issue with your videos, like they are not engaging enough. Maybe your thumbnail sucks. Maybe just the idea you came up with is not basically an idea that people want to hear about, right? So there could be different kind of angles or different kind of issues with your process, right? So at that point, if you have, let's say, any flaw, or you have identified any flaw, then you should just refine your process. And this should basically fix the problem. Okay, let's say, and let's assume you don't have any issues in your process. You don't need to refine anything, which I think it's hard to believe, but let's assume that's the case. The second thing is that you maybe let the time play his part, which means that, like, don't expect to be an overnight success, right? Don't expect, let's just for publishing for 30 days on video on YouTube, that you're going to get a lot of views, right? So, but if you're seeing that, well, after 1 year of publishing content, I didn't got like the returns that I was looking for, there maybe will be like, there maybe is the flaw inside your process, right? And what could be even quote unquote worse is that there is an issue with your core belief. And what do I mean by that? So really play close attention to that, because this can really be a big aha moment inside your business, right? If you're struggling. So the thing is that, if you remember, I made an assumption. So my goal was to get as much, like, to land my client as soon as possible, like as quick as possible. And I made an assumption that my core belief is that YouTube, publishing videos on YouTube, is the way to go. Well, I started realizing that YouTube may not be the fastest way in order to land my first client. Why? Because, well, if I'm just starting out on YouTube, I have a new channel, I never published videos before, well, I need some time to rank, right? And this won't happen overnight. So now I just got a aha moment, and I understood that, well, YouTube is not the fastest way to get there. Okay, here I have an issue with what I call the core belief. So my core belief was entirely wrong. And now what I have to do, like, I just have to go back to the drawing board and really be clear about what my goal is and what the best core belief, or what the best action I can take based on that. Okay? And in this example, what will be like the core belief? It's like the core belief is that, okay, I can just spend a few $100 on ads and just basically double check if my offer resonates with the audience that I'm targeting, and like just make money out of that. And now you see, if you redefine your core belief, like all the action are going to differ, and you may just eradicate all the fluff, that all the action that you were doing inside your business that didn't really move the needle, because what you want is getting your first client as soon as possible, right? Okay, it's not YouTube, it's not SEO. Those are all mid and long-term strategies. Like really what can get you results from like really overnight, it's really launching ads and doing those freaking ads, right? And now as you see, your core belief is totally different. Your core belief is not, oh, I'm going to publish one video on YouTube every day in order to get my first clients within 2 days. No, it doesn't work like that. So if you're on that path, then if you see yourself overwhelmed by like a lot of stuff that you're doing but not seeing any results, maybe you should question yourself, what are your core beliefs and what are your goals? Okay, and reverse engineer it, and reverse engineer the action that you have to take inside your business in order to get where you want to go. Okay, so with that being said, guys, if you got some value out of this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel, and basically if you check out the link in the description below, you're going to see a link that will allow you to jump on my private emails that I send out every day at 10 a.m. Eastern. And I see you there, and I see you in the next one.